Going to take about 50 US dollars worth of ETH and swap it out for TKINU. So using a converter, you can just determine that 50 US dollars right now is 0.022 ETH. And as you can see, there's a nice little conversion that Uniswap provides. 0.022 ETH is approximately 50 US dollars. If you wanted to do more, if I wanted to do the maximum of the ETH in my wallet, Uniswap provides this very convenient maximum button, and I could click on that, and that would automatically trade the maximum ETH that I had in the connected wallet, but I don't want to do that. So here you can see that Uniswap is estimating for $50 worth of ETH, I can get approximately 1 billion TKINU tokens. So that looks good to me, and all I have to do at this point is press swap. So let's take a closer look at this menu, because there's a lot of key information here, and especially if the network is very busy, if the network is super congested, you may run into problems with your transaction going through because of certain pieces of information that you can see here. So here you have the amount of ETH that you are swapping out for TKINU. You have the price. 1 TKINU is 0.da ETH. You have the provider fee that is going to the Uniswap platform. And you have something called price impact. You also have a slippage tolerance. This is super important. So price impact and slippage tolerance. So slippage essentially happens because of the volatility in the markets. So even though at this moment it's saying that this is how much TKINU I can get for this much Ethereum, there's always volatility in the markets depending on the market capitalization, depending on the amount of liquidity in the pool, and depending on the trading volume. So slippage essentially indicates the difference between the quoted price here and the actual executed price. So with slippage, I actually have this at 3%. And if I go up here to the gear icon, I can click on that. Actually, by default, Uniswap will have you at 0.5% slippage. So it has you at a very low slippage tolerance. This means that any slippage above 0.5%, Uniswap will not execute that trade. The transaction will automatically fail. So that's automatically what the slippage tolerance is. But when you are trading your ETH for a new token, or a token with a relatively small market cap or low liquidity, or any other number of factors that make it especially volatile, your transaction will commonly fail, and you will get an error message saying that you need to increase your slippage tolerance. So in that case, you're just going to go up to this gear icon, and you're going to slowly increase from 0.5% to 1%, to 1.5%, to 2%, to 3%, and just keep trying different intervals and then going back and trying to swap it out. And if you keep getting that error message, you can either wait it out, try trading at another time, or keep increasing your slippage. So let's try this out. Let's go ahead and click on swap. And of course, the price impact is related to the slippage. The price impact gives you an idea of what slippage you can actually expect based on the size of the swap that you're placing and what's going on in the market at that time. So here you can see already that in the moments that I took just while talking with you, the price changed. So that's what we mean by price volatility, and that's why slippage tolerance and price impact are two key pieces of information. So I'll go ahead and actually I won't accept that. Let's just go back out here and 0.22, and let's go to swap. Okay, and let's see here. Let's price updated. Let's go ahead and accept that. Let me make sure that I have my slippage down at the lowest level. Go ahead and swap again, confirm swap. Okay, so there's the error message. This transaction will not succeed either due to price movement, so volatility, or the fee on transfer. So try increasing your slippage tolerance. So let me go up to 1%. swap, confirm swap. Okay, so let's do 2. And keep in mind that even if you get this error message, I have had success leaving it at the same slippage percentage and just continuing to press, there you go, swap. So it actually gave me an error message on 2% slippage tolerance, and instead of giving up and increasing the slippage tolerance, I just pressed swap again, and sometimes it will go through. So here, this is a lucky night, my friends. I can't remember the last time I saw a gas fee this low. In recent days, it's been as high as $500. So we're going to go ahead and accept this. This is, again, this is the gas fee that's transacted for every single transaction. So adding to the $50, the total will be $65.09. I'll confirm. And now you'll get this message, transaction submitted. This is important because that means the transaction is not actually complete. It says you can view on Etherscan. And so if you click on that, it will actually show you the pending transaction on the blockchain. So this is really cool. They recently added this pending transaction queue where you are in the queue of getting the transaction actually executed by the miners. So right here, it's way past 50%. And you can see some of the stats here. The value of the trade is $50. The maximum gas fee that I'm willing to accept is $14.59. And as you can see, it's still running. If I went back to the Uniswap interface, you would still see this one pending transaction in the green bar up here. Now, the trick to remember with this is that you can sit here and you can look at this bar. And if you're sitting here and you're staring for anything more than 5 minutes, you're probably your transaction is probably not going to go through. So in that case, if you were incredibly desperate, and I would never recommend that you do a trade while feeling incredibly desperate, you could go up to the MetaMask and you could change the speed of your transaction by paying more in gas fees. And so that will incentivize the miners on the network to hurry up the processing of your transaction. Or you can try to cancel it and put through another swap to see if you'll get the same gas fee, and you probably will, and if the gas fee that time will go through. So this is the Wild West. This is blockchain. This is Web 3.0. This is not Web 2.0. There's so much friction in these steps that we're just not used to in our transactions of doing regular e-commerce. But this is how it goes, my friends. So at this point, it's been stuck here the entire time I'm talking with you, and I don't feel too good about this. And I'm not going to make you sit here and wait for another 4 minutes before we call this kaput. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that it's not even moving. I'm pretty sure that the gas fee is so low that it's just not going to go through. So how do you fix this? So go up to MetaMask, click on the MetaMask icon, go to activity, because over here we're in assets. We see the amount of ETH that we have in my wallet. Go to activity. And now we see the pending transaction on Uniswap. Now there's 2 buttons here that you should note, speed up and cancel. So you can cancel at this point and try to push through another swap, but remember, every transaction costs a gas fee. So even though you're canceling, you will get charged some gas fee. And because, the gas fee for the transaction itself was about $14, it shouldn't be more than a few dollars. Or you can speed it up. So let's try to speed it up. So here we have, it's basically bribery. You're telling the miners, okay, push this through for me, and you can choose the speed, and you're going to have to pay more. So if it's slow, you're going to pay $14.52. If it's average, you're going to pay $15.92. If it's fast, you're going to pay $18.27. And so pick one of these 3 and press save. Now, the reason why I'm not going to do that is while I was talking to you, I realized that the transaction went through. So I'm going to close this, and we will see that, yep, instead of pending, it shows there's no pending. And if I exit out of here, I see that the swap was actually completed. And if I go back to the Ethereum transaction on Etherscan, I will see success. So I don't see that progress bar anymore. I see the green success, and I see some important information here that I swapped $50 worth of Ethereum, and they call it wrapped Ethereum because we're doing a swap. So we have to wrap Ethereum, but it's our Ethereum or our ETH. We're trading $50 worth of ETH for TKINU. And the value of the trade and the transaction fee that we actually paid was actually $10. So it was actually $4 less than the gas fee we were quoted. And I was wrong. I thought that with the amount of time that it was taking that it would not go through, and it went through. So the moral of the story is sometimes be patient. So don't do a trade when you're feeling impatient, when you're feeling desperate. Be patient. Sometimes the transactions will go through, and if they don't, you can always try to cancel it, or you can try to speed it up by paying more gas. So I'll pause the video here and go on to the last video in this tutorial.